Yo, what is going on, YouTube? I am Germ here, and a little bit of a scuff setup today. We are in Houston for the LCS Finals weekend. I literally just got home from the EGTL series. My throat hurts a lot. My voice is cracking every once in a while, it's from screaming, cheering, all that stuff. But yeah, I'm in like an Airbnb in Houston and stuff right now. I brought my mic, and we still got the webcam and everything, but it's a little bit of a scuff setup. I guess first I just want to say thank you guys so much for everybody who, came up to me in Houston or said something to me or wanted to take a picture or just said, hey, I love your videos, I love your stuff. It's been super awesome, especially with all like the drama, controversy, negativity surrounding like me, my content, what I've been doing for a while. There's definitely some shitty days and some shitty times, but there has been a ton of love and support and stuff as well, which I appreciated a ton. But after that TLEG series, the 3-0 for EG, crazy, Lord Danny, whatever, they did the MSI draw show, and I was right there. I was like second row, for La Tigris, Michael and Lily, the God, Medios, picking the perfect balls, all that stuff. And I just want to talk about that a little bit, get it out, because, hey, it's still really good content. So I want to talk about the MSI group draw that happened, all the different groups, what it means going forward. So that's what we're going to be doing. Drop a like if you guys do enjoy it. I would appreciate that a ton. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. Consider checking out the Patreon, first link in the description below. And with that being said, let's get right into this. So here is, all the MSI stuff that we know right now. Here's like all the teams who have qualified so far. It seems like the LCS is going to be the last to do so. Obviously, tomorrow we have EG against 100 Thieves. The winner is going to be going. I don't know why they wouldn't have waited till after and just did this tomorrow. But whatever, they did it on Saturday, and then, just the LCS slotted in rather than like, a team or whatever. But here is all the teams. We have RNG, G2, T1. They're kind of the pool 1 team. And then we have the LCS, the PCS, and the VCS as the pool 2 teams. But the interesting thing here is that Gigabyte Marines, obviously from the VCS, like usually the best or one of the best teams from the VCS. Apparently they qualified for the SEA Games 31, so they were not going to be attending MSI. So I guess Saigon Buffalo is going from the VCS instead. I don't know if Gigabyte Marines was the best team in the VCS or they were going to be going or whatever, but that's at least an interesting note here, because obviously Gigabyte Marines is like a team that people usually care about and they want to see what they're doing and all that stuff. Then obviously we have the pool 3. We have Team A's and Istanbul Wildcats, who are Latin America and Turkey. We don't have the LCL, which is like the Russian league. It's not exactly right. It's like the CIS league or whatever. But due to the 2022 Russian invasion of Ukraine, the LCL will not send a representative in MSI in 2022. So that's why we're missing this pool 3 team here. And then in pool 4, we have Brazil, Japan, and Oceania. So there is 3 groups. 2 of the groups have 4 teams. One of the groups has 3 teams. It's double round robin, except for the group with 3 is triple round robin. The top 2 from each group make it out. Everybody is going to play 6 games. I think the last group is triple round robin. The last group might be quadruple round robin even. I'm not exact. I can't remember. Last year they might have done quadruple round robin even. Maybe those teams play 8 games just so the schedule lines up and everything. I'm not exactly sure. It doesn't really matter that much anyway. But so they took those pools, 1 team from each pool going into all the groups, and this is what we ended up with, and it's honestly pretty interesting. In the first group, we have Detonation Focus Me, which is like the Japanese team, a team that's been popping off recently. Obviously, you can see they have 3 Korean players, but they have 2 Japanese players as well. They're the Japanese representative. Saigon Buffalo, T1, coming into this thing on a tear after an undefeated regular season, undefeated. Obviously they swept through the playoffs and everything, won the championship. Group B, we have RNG and PSG Talon. Obviously, PSG Talon has a lot of different names than they had previously. This isn't. I know Doggo played with them at MSI last year, but it's not that team, and they've changed up little things. But it'll be interesting to see, how good PSG Talon can be, because they're usually a really good team. Even Istanbul Wildcats is usually pretty decent. But then in Group C, we have the spiciest of them all. This was, Medios picking out this group for us. G2, the LCS, and Order, who is the OSH league. I think it's called the OPL. So this is obviously very interesting. I will say, kind of prefacing this whole thing, that groups in MSI, especially the first stage, don't really matter that much. The top 2 teams get out of every group. And at the beginning, there's so many, like emerging regions or minor regions or whatever that like the major regions pretty much always get through, especially in double round robin. Like, even if you drop a random game or whatever, like, you're usually going to get through. Like, even last year when Cloud9 went to MSI and didn't do that great or whatever, they still made it out of round 1. They didn't make it out of round 2, but round 1 really doesn't matter that much. So I know some people are talking about, like, oh, thank God the LCS, dodged T1 and dodged RNG or whatever, but, like, it doesn't really matter because the top 2 teams are going to advance. And then once the top 2 teams advance, all 6 teams start playing each other anyway. So, does dodging T1 and RNG maybe increase their chances of getting out of groups a little bit? Yeah, sure. But, like, the LCS's chance of getting out of groups should be like 95% plus anyway. So I know there were some people like giving some hot takes about these groups and all that stuff. I don't really see it. I don't really care about these groups that much. Like I said, I really don't think it matters. Like, yes, if you are an emerging region fan, and you want to see your team like pull off an upset, if you love the Istanbul Wildcats and you think they're going to beat RNG or whatever, and you think that's fun or whatever, great. But as far as this draw did go, I mean, this is about as good as it could get for the LCS. Not only did they dodge T1, obviously was the main goal, but they also dodged RNG as well. And even though G2 kind of ended the playoffs on a tear, I don't think people are more scared of G2 than RNG right now. And then also the LCS getting in the smaller group with Osh, which is one of the weaker emerging regions. Even though we see a lot of good Osh players in the LCS and in North America, the league itself, kind of lost a lot of funding, lost a lot of support, and that's why we see those players as residents in North America right now. So altogether, the LCS, they got in an easy group. They also got in a very, very spicy group. I think people are excited. We don't know who the LCS representative is yet, but either way, getting to see more NA versus EU games is going to be really, really fun. There's going to be a ton of memes, a ton of trash talk. But like I said, to get out of the groups, all the LCS has to do, they could lose every single game to G2. They just have to win more games than they lose against the Osh team. So, does it really matter? Like, if you replace G2 with T1, or if you replace G2 with RNG, it still wouldn't matter. The LCS would still just have to beat the Osh team. And like I said, for stage 2, it kind of resets. It's all 6 teams just playing against each other all over again. But this draw was exciting. It was fun. Again, I'm so happy and so excited and so glad that I got to be there for it. It was cool to get to see them, draw the teams. And it was just so crazy to be at the event, to be there. I'm so excited that I still get to go back tomorrow. I'm hoping the finals is even better. I'm hoping, even though this was a 3-0, which, like, no one ever hopes for a 3-0 or anything like that, but it was still an awesome time. Again, thank you so much to everyone who's come up to me. I've had some really, really great interactions with people who watch my videos or have maybe even heard of me, or people who are doing other stuff, casters and other content creators and other people in the scene. And it's just been awesome. Like, everyone has been so kind. Everyone has been so amazing. There's been, no negative interactions up until this point. And it's just people, who love League of Legends, who love esports, and who are just, trying to show up and have a great time. And I've been having a great time so far. But like I said, I'm tired. The travel, the showing up to this stuff, long days, high energy, like, I'm just wiped out right now. But I did want to get this info out to you guys about this MSI draw, because it is very, very exciting. But I also wanted to, kind of tell the nuance of the whole thing of like, hey, at the end of the day, this doesn't matter too much. Once I get back from Houston on Monday, I will be putting an MSI power rankings out. I know that video does pretty well every year, so I want to get that out as soon as I can, but I don't think I can really do that video justice while I'm here in Houston. So maybe Monday morning when I get back to Phoenix, I'll try and record that and have that out for you guys. We will see how that goes. But yeah, I'm excited to see who the LCS representative is going to be. I'm so excited for MSI because I think we have some good teams, right now. I think 100 Thieves has been playing pretty well. Obviously, I think EG's been playing well. And even if we go to MSI and, don't beat T1 or don't beat RNG or whatever, I think it's going to be an amazing experience for, whatever team ends up going. Obviously, we have 2 of the newer orgs, 2 of the newer franchised orgs playing in the finals. Like, there's so many cool storylines, so many good things. If you like G2, you're going to have a chance to beat up on the LCS. They have an easy group. Maybe they'll get to build some momentum, build some confidence. We'll have to see. But there's going to be a lot of trash talk, a lot of memes, all that good stuff. But these are your MSI groups. Again, we don't know the LCS representative yet, but we will soon. I don't know if this has dates or anything on it. That was one thing I didn't check. MSI is going to be starting May 10th. So, the teams are going to have a couple weeks to prepare, a couple weeks to travel, all that stuff. And then we will go from there. It's going to be a fun one. I am very, very excited. But now I'm going to go take a nap. That's pretty much this video today, guys. Let me drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about these MSI groups. Any hot takes? You think there's a good draw, bad draw, anything interesting? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Hope to catch you guys in the next one. But until then.